And welcome back to Let's Play Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life. It's raining. And the second it started raining, I caught myself a large Kimasu, so who knows? Maybe it's a coincidence, maybe not. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go deliver that right now before I accidentally do something with it. Actually, wait, Daryl's at his house right now, right? No, he is not. He is right next to me. Wait. Oh, there he is. Okay. Hey, Daryl. Why do you only come out in the rain? You're a vampire? There is something in this valley that's sucking my life force. Is it you? Well, thanks for the mushroom gratin, though. Yeah, this might be... Is this the first time we've actually gotten an actual good reward? Also, not gonna lie, not a huge fan of mushrooms. Although, just by the looks of it, that thing is like 90% cheese with mushrooms on top. Well, at least we have some food in case we ever need it. Okay, Matthew, you're definitely also looking a lot younger. Like I said, all of the, like, marriage candidates look a lot younger than we do. Hey, Pooey. Coco Island, huh? Okay, did you actually get reset? Hold on. Let's see what your message is after I give you another 100. Yeah, you literally reset yourself from getting scammed by Van. So we're never getting Pooey money ever again. Shame. In the original version, he does actually, if you ever give him enough money, he comes to your house and basically tells you that, or thanking you that you gave him enough money to actually go home. And then he disappears from the valley for a couple of days and then comes back a couple of days later because he spent all of his money on drinks and is poor again. I want to say that also... Okay, my luck was good. I want to say that also makes it so he stops stealing from your storage bins. Actually, I'm pretty sure if he just likes you, he just won't steal from you. But yeah, I think that's the only game in the series where crime is technically a thing. Because he will basically steal from your shipping bin all your milk and eggs. Well, not all of them, but a lot of your milk and eggs. I think if you train your dog in that game, though, it can chase him away. That and, once again, I'm pretty sure if he likes you, he won't do it. Well, either way, that's not a thing in the remake anymore. That's kind of one of the complaints I have about a lot of the more modern remakes. They do kind of sand down some of the edges, basically. Kind of like how they got rid of all the alcohol. The bar is now totally not a bar, even though it is very bar-shaped and sells drinks. But those drinks are sodas and coffees. They're not cocktails anymore. Well, either way, the essence is still there at least. But I will say, the original still did have this, like, sense of... almost like a sense of mystery around some of the aspects of the game. A lot of that was more because they just didn't... Oh wait, is there someone I forgot to milk? You. A lot of that was less because of... I think a lot of that was less on purpose and more that they accidentally hinted on stuff that just straight up wasn't true. Or wasn't in the game. Like, there was that mysterious shed on your property that you could never get into. Also, the disco is online. It hasn't begun gyrating wildly yet, but it is online. So if we just take a quick run through. I am genuinely curious on what that sound wave is going to look like when I go into the editing program. But yeah, those will be ready in a couple of days. Also, I just realized it's already the 8th of spring. And this spring went by relatively quickly, all things considered. Alright. When did I get curry? Oh wait, no, mushroom curry, I remember now. Never mind. Right, I remember where that comes from, or came from. Also, wait, did I forget? This is not the shipping box. What am I doing? Whoops. I just instinctively saw like an empty thing on the right and an empty thing on the left and thought shipping box, okay? But yeah, right now, main goal, we're gonna try to catch the rest of the fish I'm missing. So right now we are missing a downriver fish, an ocean fish, and a pond / swamp fish. Also, wait a minute. Gary? You look different.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, that's one of the things I was talking about, how the original game had a bit of a sense of mystery about it. A lot of urban legends about that game. So either Nina's okay, I've done that so many times, Doctor. We probably should get a checkup. Alright. But yeah, apparently is Nina been screaming in the afterlife? Where is she right now? Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick trip out of town. Van's open. I guess like I said, we'll just continually check him out. You never know, maybe he'll surprise me. Maybe they secretly snuck in an update and added something, I don't know. I don't actually think they've updated this game since it came out, to be honest.
Oh.
It's a pretty basic PC port. It works, mostly. I had to do a couple workarounds because of the minigames and the resolution, but for the most part it works. Anything good? No. Alright, bye Van. I'm gonna go fishing. I guess I'll fish in the pond today. So I believe, yeah, we're missing 3 fish. Pond, ocean, downriver. Let's see if we can catch the pond fish. I'll know it when I see it. Because it'll be a fish we've never caught before. Nope, that's a catfish. Oh hey, Pooh's up on the beach. We don't really see him on the beach too often. Usually he's blocking traffic on the bridge. But I think someone's probably standing on his spot. But yeah, like I said before, we're not giving Pooey any more money. We got what we wanted from him. Nope. Whoops. A lot of people out today, though. I guess it is the quote-unquote weekend. It's this game's equivalent of a weekend. It's the day the van comes to town. We don't know what day of the week it is anymore. Dates are meaningless here. Alright, we'll catch 1 or 2 more fish and then we'll get out of here. But yeah, I'm assuming time flows... Maybe time literally does flow differently here in the valley. That would explain why the seasons are only like 10 days long. The real reason for that is game balance. Unlike every other game in the series, this game kind of expects you to play like multiple years to get everything, to see everything. Whereas every other game in the series, I finish in 2 years, maximum. Although, to be fair, that's just kind of me. Kind of decided, like, I want to say around Friends of Mineral Town is kind of when that pattern started. Originally, when I first did that LP, I think I was only going to do 1 year and see where we were at the end. But since... Since reception was so good and people were actually, like, really watching the series, I kind of extended that to 2 years. And that just kind of completely set the standard for every single, like, Harvest Moon Story of Seasons LP afterwards. Because every single time I always fit everything in, or at least I always try to fit everything into 2 years whenever possible. Sometimes it takes a little finagling, to be fair. Some games I need to plan, like, months ahead whenever I do the LP just to make sure I fit everything in. To get stuff started as early as possible so I can finish in time. And then there are some games like this where it's literally impossible to finish it in 2 years by design. But yeah, that's why every single, like, Story of Seasons LP is only 2 years long. It was all because Friends of Mineral Town got extended to 2 years. Alright, last fish. Let's get home after this. You know, why can't we take that turtle home with us? I'm sure he'll be happy on the farm. We have a pond where it could soak and live in. Nope, just another stringfish. Alright. Well, we'll try fishing up some more stuff later. Maybe we'll try the ocean next time. Alright, got the milk. What is still growing over here, actually? Oh, right, footballs. Those grow in the summer, so we should be fine. So do the disco balls. I'm not gonna risk trying to grow it too... Well... Okay, it's gonna... Actually, no. It's too risky. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm gonna sell them all once they come in. Alright. Well, let's head to bed then. I have also been kind of lazy about collecting eggs recently. It's fine. We're retired. We don't need to do everything anymore. Chelsea will take care of that, right? Is Chelsea home right now? Nope. Oh yeah, I should probably do more cooking, huh? That was the other thing I kind of wanted to do this year. Maybe we'll do that later. Is there anything I can make right now that I haven't made already? Grilled fish, sushi, blue curry, mushroom curry. I made an no, I have made an urban hot pot. Oden. Actually, wait, have I made? No, I'm pretty sure I've made that before. Curry, definitely. What do I need for cheese fondue? Cheese, obviously. Actually, wait, I think I can make this right now. I just need to go grab some cheese. Hold on. If we're gonna cook, I should probably just convert a couple of things into cheese and butter. In fact, you know what? Give me these. Goat. Actually, I only need one of these. Let's get some goats. I guess we'll get the like, not-so-great stuff. We'll convert those into ingredients. I don't really care about, like, my ingredient quality. The, like, impact is pretty minimal. In fact, you know what I'm gonna try to do? Maybe every day before bed, we'll try to make a new dish. Get my, like, number of unique dishes cooked up. I'm also gonna make some butter before I go back in. Oh, I should probably grab a couple of bottles of milk, too, just in case. We have the fish. Fish, we have, like... We have no shortage of fish. We have plenty of fish. I don't want to make more... Or I don't want to grab more fish. Alright, there we go. We got butter, we got cheese, and we got goat cheese. Yeah, let me grab a couple bottles of milk and we should be good. Get some eggs wouldn't hurt either. We'll get the good stuff. Let's grab some eggs to cook with. Also, now you guys start fertilizing all your eggs when I don't have any more room. Once again, if I really wanted to like maximize things out, I would just sell my roosters and replace them with normal chickens. But I'm not selling any more animals. We've lost enough animals along the way. Mostly to RNG. I guess we can start putting away some food too. Okay, whoops. 1 minute. Okay, now we're good. Alright, what can we make? I was looking at cheese fondue earlier. I don't think I've made cheese fondue yet. Or blacking pasta. Am I just missing the calamari? Actually, wait, I think I have calamari. Nope, never mind. I don't have calamari. I used it all. Actually, you know what? I think I know where I can look up what I've made before. Okay, I have made cheese fondue. Never mind. I've made blacking pasta, so we're good with that. Baked Picaro. Alright, so I have made a couple of things already. Let's see what else I can make in that case. How about a hors d'oeuvre? Have there been any hors d'oeuvres I haven't made? I don't think I've made shroom stir fry. Pretty sure I haven't. So what is this? A potato, butter, mushroom, and I guess just a turnip. There we go. Nice mushroom stir fry. That would be nice. I had a dream of getting all the Wonderfuls before the end of this year. It's not gonna happen. Yep, it's not gonna happen because I don't want to grind for, what is it? I don't want to grind at the dig site, and I don't want to grind for hybrids. So that dream fell through. Once again, maybe that'll be a post-game thing or stream or something to try to get a 100% file. But for now, yeah, we're not doing that. Alright. Oh. But that's almost ready. The chickens are outside right now, right? Yeah, I see them. Never mind. Alright, did it get everyone? Yep. Alright, what do we got here? Oh. Perfect. One more day and we should have it. Oh, every time I run through the field, it makes me happy. Mostly because it's just kind of funny. Also, that is a lot of money tied up in that field right now. Fortunately, hurricanes aren't really a thing here. I guess being in a little valley might... Well, would it protect us from, like, a hurricane? It might. We are still oceanside is the problem.
Hey.
I feel like we should still be able to get hit by, like, typhoons and hurricanes. We just kind of don't. Well, whatever. Let's go get some fish. Still missing 3. Alright, let's try for the ocean fish we're still missing. I think it's a lobster. Is what we're looking for. Unfortunately, fish shapes mean nothing. They're just kind of a generic fish shape. Alright, what do we got? Nope, that's a huge ahi tuna, though. You could smack someone with that thing. It's probably why it's always a joke weapon in a lot of RPGs. They're big, and once they're frozen, they could legitimately be a deadly weapon. Actually, I guess if you freeze any type of, like, medium to large fish, they can turn into a weapon. Anything can be a weapon if you try hard enough. Unfortunately, we don't have a freezer. We just have a refrigerator that keeps things good for years. Nope, Seabream. We have caught Seabream. No, I've definitely caught Seabream before. Not what we're looking for. But yeah, summer is literally right around the corner, huh? Actually, summer is right around the corner both in-game and in real life. Alright, we'll try a couple more times on screen. I might just... I don't want to do a lot of the fishing off-screen as a thing. I want to actually show, like, us catching the fish that we're looking for. Unfortunately, that's always the one thing that's always kind of been kind of annoying when it comes to fishing in these games. It's so RNG dependent. At least in this game, the pool of fish you can get is pretty small, and none of them have, like, any type of weather or time requirements, as far as I know. It just completely depends on, like, where you're fishing and the fishing rod you're using. Since we have the blessed fishing rod, it can catch every fish in the game. Fish are picky like that. The more expensive your fishing rod, the better fish you'll catch. That's why, like, lobster is so expensive. They'll only be caught with a fishing rod made of pure gold or better. Yep, that is totally true. I guess there aren't any crab pots or lobster traps in this game. Everything has to be done with a fishing rod. Oh, found it. Is this thing cooked? Alright, well, we, oh my god. It's huge, too. We got a langoste. I want to say that's a fancy name for lobster, unless, hold on a second. Yeah, it's a fancy name for spiny lobster. Okay. Also, that is bright red. I think this thing has already been cooked. Because aren't spiny lobsters, like, kind of brown-gray when they're first caught? But yeah, it's the French term. They wanted to be fancy, and not just call it a spiny lobster. Alright, well, that's one of the fish we're still missing. So right now we're missing the downstream fish and the pond fish. You know what? I'm feeling lucky. I said I'm feeling lucky, game. That means it bites down right now. Game? Okay, you know what? This might be a good sign. Rare fish do tend to take longer to bite down. Alright, come on. You took forever to bite down, that means you've got to be rare, right? You're also big, apparently, because you're putting up, like, a huge fight here. Nope, it's a stringfish. Why is it always a friggin' stringfish? Okay, stringfish, to be fair, are rare for the most part. I guess with the goddess fishing rod, our luck has been just kind of really good with them. But they're not what I'm looking for. If I don't find it here, we might just try the harvest goddess spring. There's a chance that it could appear there. Maybe? Okay, what is it with fish not wanting to bite down? Do I need, like, a new bobber or something? Can they taste the fact that this thing has been used for, like, 20 years? Maybe we should replace it. Or maybe we should use some real bait. I guess that's the point of lures. You kind of can reuse them. You don't have to keep putting new bait on every time. I don't know if they're actually more or less effective, though. I don't know a huge amount about, like, actual fishing, to be honest. I know, like, the basics. I've been fishing, like, maybe once I don't think we caught anything. And I was also really little. Anyways, we'll try once here. My luck didn't pan out in the pond, but maybe it'll pan out here at the maw of the river. Pretty sure this is where you could catch sturgeon in Animal Crossing. I don't know. You know, no, I know why I remember that. It was a thing with our friend group. People were trying to catch sturgeon at the river's maw, and that just became a thing. Anything? Nope. I also can't see myself. This is a really nice view, though. I wonder what's on those islands out there. Is that a boat? Wait, is that a boat or is that just a weirdly shaped landmass? It looks like a boat. Hold on a second. There's not really a better way of seeing it. Okay, it looks like a rowboat that kind of got grounded on a rock. Never mind. Alright. But with that, I think we'll wrap the episode up here then. So, next time on Let's Play Story of Seasons of Wonderful Life, we might skip ahead a day or two and we'll reach summer. So, till then.